everybody, and welcome back to some more StoneBlock 2 with Janky Nick. Hello! Oh, Nick, welcome back to the name pending floor, which I still think needs a better name than name pending Nick. Although I know it's not going to get one.
Nope.
I'm going to continually protest and continually campaign for this floor to get a better name, Nick. All right? One day, we will rename this floor.
Pending.
It's not going to happen, but one day.
Question, where's the crafting terminal gone from up here?
Oh, yeah, so I pulled the crafting terminal out of this pillar, Nick, because it looked horrible, right? Like, it was embedded in this pillar, and the connected texture didn't work right, if you remember correctly.
No, it didn't.
And so, like, I just ripped it out. It's in the other terminal somewhere. It's in our system. Like, I was fed up, Nick, of looking at it. I put so much time into making this look not terrible that just seeing that horrible mess of connected textures, I ripped it out, Nick. I just tore it away right away. I just shredded it out and threw it in the trash, aka the system. Holy heck. So the plan for today, Nick, is to hopefully get like an actual wither spawned, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the goal.
It is the goal. So I've got the mycelium from last time, and so I'm going to use it to make witch water, and then we can use the witch water to turn skeletons into wither skeletons, and then we can use their heads to make the wither, and then we can use the mob farming machine that we made last time to kill the wither instantly, and therefore get nether stars.
Oh, I like it, Nick. I like it. It's concise and it was quick. It was good. Thanks. I liked it.
Yeah.
So I've just made a spawner, Nick. We're going to use the spawner from RF Tools, right? Because I think it's one of the easier spawners to use. We could go with the spawner from, I think, Industrial Foregoing adds its own spawner, but then you've got to get like mob essence, so you've got to kill mobs with a grinder. It's a whole thing. I don't think it should be too difficult for us to use the spawner from RF Tools to spawn normal skeletons, have them fall into witch water, and then kill them with a grinder, probably from mob grinding utilities, to get quite a lot in the way of wither skeleton skulls. That's the plan. Whether or not it works, we will find out in the future, Nick. But for now, I need some energizing beams. I need some. Let's have a look. How do I?
Ooh, wow.
Don't worry about it, Nick. Don't worry about it. I just need some matter transmitters. Is all that I need. I think. And so I'm gonna. Oh no, I need matter beamers. Of course. Don't worry about it, Nick. I'm just gonna make a few matter beamers and be on my way. Okay.
Okay, so I'm turning water into witch water. I don't suppose you got that acceleration one handy, Isaac, because I can just bash it to oblivion.
Indeed, Nick. And you'll be happy to know that it is almost
just sent me down
to the brim
perfectly
on juice. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Beautiful. All right. Now, the first thing I'm going to need here, Nick, is I've got a syringe. And the way this works, I've got a syringe here, and I need to extract... Oh, okay. All right. Slight... itty bitty little tiny wee itty bitty little problem here, Nick. Do you know those lanterns that I've been putting down? Those feral flare lanterns that spread out and put light down all over the place? They may or may not have filled our mob spawning room with light to the point where it's not spawning mobs anymore.
Right. So what you're saying is you've ruined everything, Isaac.
A little bit. Were there skeletons in the mining dimension?
There was a baby skeleton that I encountered. I didn't encounter any real skeletons, like big ones.
Okay.
But I did encounter some baby ones. So are you after some bones or something, Isaac?
I need the actual skeleton, Nick, because the way this works is I have to take the syringe from RF Tools and I have to like extract the blood or the life essence from the skeleton to then place it into the spawner so that it can replicate the skeleton, right?
Right.
So I need like a live, living, real skeleton is what I need.
Right. Okay. And the mob spawner is no more, Isaac.
I mean, Nick, this might be the brightest room in the base. Come over here. Like, come down here real quick.
Oh yeah. Right. Let's have a look.
Like it's
my God,
bright in here. It's
no wonder the epic loot bags have gone. Oh no,
man! I assume I put one under the floor upstairs to make the room above us light, and it's also lit up this area down here quite a bit. So what we're probably gonna have to do if we want more mobs going forward is kind of dig down for our mobs, right? Okay. Like dig down and make a mob spawning room in the basement somewhere. So I'm gonna do that real quick here. I'm just gonna we got some diamond armor, Nick, in the system. Look at that.
Yeah, actually, we got a lot of diamond armor and rewards. So Diamond horse armor as well, which is not as useful. God.
What do you mean, Nick? That's even more useful. I don't know what you're talking about, bud.
Yeah, I shouldn't be hating on them horses, but you know what? I can't help it, Isaac, because they're trash. Brings me on to the question: how much witch water do we need, Isaac? Really?
I think like legit just one bucket would do.
Okay.
Could I? Yeah. I mean, could I get? I mean, you know what? Get a few buckets.
You can have more than one
also,
bucket. I mean, I've got how much? I've got 4 buckets here. I'll make you 8 buckets because I've got some more water buckets, and I might as well use them.
Do you have the GOC sword by any chance?
GOC. I do have the GOC sword. Do you want the GOC sword?
Acquire the GOC sword?
There is the GOC sword.
Thank you. The GOC sword. Have we tested the power of this yet? Like, do we know just how strong it is?
I did, Isaac, against a baby skeleton last episode, and I died.
I mean, is that really? So you're thinking it's not that strong?
No. Yeah.
Right.
No.
Okay. So the sharpness X didn't propel it to ultra status. Okay.
No. I'm sure it's very sharp, Isaac, for chopping food.
Right.
But not for chopping bones, right?
Well, I mean, is that is that the only difference? Like, is a tool that's good at chopping bones just sharper than a normal tool?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, that's the only difference? If you just sharpen a tool enough,
I feel like you need...
It's ready to cut bone.
I feel like it needs to be serrated to cut bones, surely. Do you not reckon?
You think?
Yeah.
You think bones are like bread? They need like a serrated knife to cut through them?
Exactly. Like a saw, Isaac. Like a bone saw, right? You get me?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever used a bone saw, Nick?
Never, Isaac, actually. Never used a bone saw.
I'm very surprised, Nick, honestly. You seem like a bone saw kind of guy.
Isaac, never used a... never used a bone saw. Isaac, never used a bone saw.
Really?
Ever. No, never. I've never used...
I've never... Legally, it wasn't a bone saw, okay?
Never
Just because
used
it could
a
cut
bone
through
saw,
that lady's
alright.
bones. Over here, Nick, I moved the tree fluid extractor and the latex processing unit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was told, Nick, on my live stream that acacia wood, of all woods, actually produces the most latex of all of the woods. So the idea here, Nick, is that we're going to have some kind of block placer right about here. And then that block placer is going to place acacia wood right here, right? So all you need to do, Nick, is place down the export bus and connect it up to the AE system. So place it down here, right? Connecting to... I'll put a block down for you for now. The temp block is going to be this one. So just put it down on that basic capacitor bank, right?
So like that. And then hook it up. Right, let me get some cables.
And then, if possible, set it to acacia wood as well.
4, 5, 6, 7,
Which
8,
is
9.
one of the woods that we're going in our bonsai pots, and so should work out quite nicely. And that's going to automate plastic for us, essentially, so we don't have to worry about making that in the future. Let's have a look here, then. So, block placer. I guess we'll go with... I think the one from Open Blocks is probably, like, the cheapest to make. I've got one. Nice.
Okay.
And then let's see. I think this thing does just auto-place down, although it might need a timer. I'm not too sure. Let's have a look. My goodness, we need to invest in some muffling upgrades for those mechanism machines.
I know.
Jeez,
I've already done the master volume reset, and it's come back, Isaac.
Yeah.
It's come back. Doesn't it just come back every time you go near it?
It comes back. I think it's like when you like unload the chunk maybe and then load it back in again or come back. Yeah, it's not
great.
Isaac, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it's not great. Honestly, that is not placing it down automatically. I guess like just a simple redstone clock underneath that would fix the problem.
Sure. I'll hook this all up. And that's set to Acacia.
I will go and grab a redstone clock real quick.
All right.
And that should be plastic sorted. So redstone clock. Now, in order to actually spawn the skeletons, right? Those skeletons that we're wanting to spawn with our RF tool spawner here, we have to have an unlimited, we have to have an unlimited supply of bones, which we'll get just by killing the mobs, right? They'll drop bones when they die. But we also need a limitless supply of sand as well. Now, I think, Nick, the easiest way for us to do that is going to be with a Stoneworks factory from Mine Factory Reloaded. If you want to search that real quick.
Stoneworks factory.
The Stoneworks factory.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Material Stonework factory.
That's the one. Now, I think the only difficult part about any of that is probably...
Pink slime?
Wait, what is going on here?
Not pink slime?
Do you hear this?
Sounds like a washing machine on full spin, Isaac, but... Oh, yeah. It sounds like a piston.
What is it?
Is it just the block placer constantly trying to place a block?
I didn't think the block placer had a sound.
Apparently. Shall we make some mufflers? Did we get... How much wool did we get from our sheep chance cube endeavor, Isaac? Did we actually...
Well, I mean, I don't think... okay. I don't think that we actually ever, like, got any of that wool.
Right.
We just kind of left it there.
Let's have a look.
Now,
we got 2.
Nick,
Brilliant.
there is an item called the portable sound dampener.
I mean, we can use the string, Isaac, to make wool, though. We have a lot of string.
I don't know how this works. 1 second.
Okay.
Un second, Nick. 1 second. I want to test something, okay?
All right.
Oh, this is actually very interesting. I like this a lot. So it's quite, all right. I'm interested as to how this works, Nick, but I've managed to get this portable dampener to work. Okay. You want me to show you how this thing works?
All right.
Come on. When you get a minute, come on up to the noisy zone.
Come up now. Here we
AKA name pending.
I like how we've just not addressed the fact that there's a glass piece missing from our elevator. We've just kind of like, all right.
You know, it's fine.
All right, what's up? I'm in the noisy zone.
Okay, so the way that this works is you use this thing here, the sound recorder, right? So if you take this real quick.
Yeah.
And shift right click.
Onto anything
just in the
particular?
air. In the air. And then shift right click again. And now if you just right click to open it, it's recorded any sound playing nearby you.
Yeah.
Right?
Extend
and then
and
you
contract.
can put... Yeah. So you can then put a sound pattern. So a sound pattern's made with string, paper, and lapis. You can put a sound pattern into there, select the sound from the list that you don't want to hear, and then place it into your portable sound dampener. So for example, if you take this one here, this sound dampener that I'm holding only dampens out the extend, not the contract.
Yeah. It's done it.
And then if you throw it back to me, I've recorded I've recorded the contract as well. So if I put this in also, take this.
Yeah, it's gone.
Sound gone. I know, right?
Wow. That's
I
really
like
cool.
that. That's cool. And I've saved you a sound muffler, Nick. Now you can put that sound muffler down somewhere else. I will go get you a copy of this. And you can just stick it in your bauble slot as well. The
so you don't even have to put it in your inventory. That's so nice.
Don't have to hold in your inventory. Do you want to throw me your sound dampener then? And I'll and also the recorder back. So I can set these up.
Are you going to do it with the
slaughterhouse
mechanism machines as well?
I could try, yeah.
Because that's kind of the key goal, isn't it? Because that thing sounds freaking terrible.
Sure, yeah. I don't know. I don't. I feel like they might work in a different realm still, and might need. I mean, you can just make muffling upgrades and put them in the machine, like speed upgrades and like energy upgrades. They have upgrades from Mechanism that you can put in to make them quiet. Like the pack creator knows that they sound like people don't want to hear the sound.
Just bad, straight up bad.
Yeah, like. I kind of wish it was just a toggle inside of the machine that was just like sound on or off, but you can make muffling upgrades, Nick.
Okay.
And you know what? Just for you, I'll make some. We're getting so off track, Nick, but that's fine.
It's fine.
Here you go. Here is your portable sound dampener.
Thank you.
The reason why I like this, though, as opposed to putting down sound mufflers everywhere, is that going forward, if there's a sound we don't like, we can just add it to the portable sound muffler instead of putting sound mufflers down all over the place.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
it's
and thus muting everything.
It is, Isaac, versatile. That's what I was looking for.
It is very versatile. So do we have any steel? Yeah, we do. Nice. All
right, I've got the mob slaughter factory, Isaac. Is that what you want?
It is, yeah. So the way that we do this now is when we need to kill animals using the mob slaughter factory. And when we do that, we will get, I think, sludge and pink slime. And then we need to acquire enough pink slime to
make the thing.
Yeah, to make the Stoneworks factory. Exactly.
Okay.
So, the next question is, where do you want to put that thing? I guess for now, put it in front of one of those empty pens.
Sure.
And we can just put specific cows in there that are, troublesome.
So can I literally just put it just on the floor, just like there? Oh, that's the wrong way. That's the wrong way.
Put it on the outside here so it's facing in. And this one's not empty. This one has chickens in it you've just let out.
There were no chickens in there. Oh, yeah, there were.
There are two chickens in
they're
there.
freaking glitching out. Oh.
And you've let one loose. It's okay. I can bring him back in.
It's all right. I'll do it there. Okay, so I'll just get rid of this.
Come on. Come on. Come on. I feel like half the time Minecraft mobs just do not respond to the food that they're supposed to respond to. Like, I'm holding these seeds and this guy's just following you for whatever. He's just, what the heck?
Right, look, I'll try to lead him in there. Is he still following me?
Oh, man. Do you not see these chickens?
No, even their name tags are glitching in and out. It's ridiculous.
You know what? It's fine, Nick. We'll just have chickens roam the base. Just be careful not to kill them, okay? All right. So we'll put down some more fence here so that they can't escape. And then this does need power, so if I'm going to grab like a redstone transmitter real quick. And then pretty much, Nick, all we need to do now is set up 2 tanks, one for pink slime, one for sludge, throw in some animals, and once we get 1,000 millibuckets of pink slime, we should be good to go. All right, we've got exactly 1 bucket's worth. Nick, do you want to grab a bucket out of the system?
I will.
Come and grab this?
I'm just eat some bacon. Oh, yeah.
Nice. They must have tweaked this then, because it used to be that you got so much more sludge or liquid meat, whereas now we've actually got more pink slime than liquid meat, which is interesting. They might have tweaked the configs a little bit to make it easier to use, but once you got that, Nick, do you have the bucket?
I've got the bucket.
Nice. So all you have to do, Nick, quite simply, is just place that down like on the floor.
Just do you want to place it inside this dirt area?
Yeah. Just in there, and then just F1 and wait. Just wait. Any second now, Nick. Any minute now. In the meantime, Nick, do you want to start setting up like a glass box room that we can actually start to spawn our skeletons in?
Yeah,
pick a quadrant and then start building in there. Whilst you do that, Nick, I'm going to start working on building the actual mob grinder. So what we can do is we can use the grinder from mob grinding utilities, which is really neat in that it's got the ability to be upgraded fairly cheaply and also like make beheading like almost a guarantee. So we get so many more heads than we normally would get. And it's not all that expensive. It does require 3 diamonds, but all things considered, not super expensive, which is quite nice. Oh, Nick, look at this.
Oh,
look at this little googly-eyed mother trucker.
Oh, my gosh.
He's so adorable.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, look at the little guy.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, look at the little guy. Does this... Wait, hold on. I was wondering if we had a sword with looting, maybe, but yeah, go on, Nick. I'll give you the honors. He's quite a resilient little fella.
Oh.
Hey, I got 2 pink slime balls. Well, you look at that.
Beautiful. Yeah, you can shift click in that wood factory thing, I think, then.
We're missing like
not.
all of the ingredients.
What's it called?
Stoneworks Factory.
Stonework.
And like there are 4 out of the 9 ingredients are in there. Everything else is missing.
Good luck, Isaac. I'll go and make that box.
Okay, sure. Why do we have 55 buckets?
That was
Nick?
a mistake from earlier. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
We don't talk about that.
All right. And so in the future, when I'm like, Nick, why don't we have any iron?
Yeah, that's actually why I said, oh, why is the iron production stop working?
Okay, that makes sense now. Fair enough. All right. So normal furnace, normal crafting table, normal iron pickaxe, and then standard machine frame. Does require a tin gear. Easy enough.
Which chisel glass works well with vanilla textures? Because some of them look awful, don't they?
None of them.
Oh, okay. Should we just use regular ass glass then?
Clear glass works. Clear glass is so regular glass isn't. It has that horrible like gritty texture. I guess.
Yeah. Even bubble.
So that's not too useful either.
My fave.
Clear glass is the one that we've been using for like our lift and stuff. That's got like it's just completely transparent.
Right.
You can also use dark glass from X Utilities too. That would also work, I think, and not be too terrible. But Nick, have you seen this Material Stoneworks factory in action?
No, never even heard of it.
It's pretty cool. If you want to come over to the this area over here by this is our industrial foregoing area, I guess. And I'll start this down here. If you open this thing up, Nick, what it does is it produces cobblestone on the left, right? And then you'll see there are like 4 stages. It goes yellow to blue to green to orange to purple.
Yeah.
And between each stage, there is like this red no sign right now. It says stopped.
A ban sign.
But what you can do is on each step, you can click. So like on furnace mode, it will turn cobble to stone.
Ooh.
On 2x2 crafter mode, it will turn cobble into crafting tables. On grind mode, it will turn cobble to gravel.
Ooh.
And then 3x3 craft, it will turn cobble to compressed cobble, and stopped, it will do nothing. But so what we can do is we can do like cobble to gravel, gravel to sand, and then we could do sand to glass, and we've got an automatic glass making machine.
Look at that.
Or we could do, sand to dust and have a dust making machine. And so if we make a bunch of these, Nick, we can just have like automatic stone, normal stone, gravel, sand, glass, dust. We can have automatic, like all of those things made with just a few of these machines set up. They're really cool. I'm a big fan.
That's amazing. That's really nice.
It's really neat, yeah. It's really neat. And the one we're going to do here, I think, is probably just going to be used to make sand, because in order for the skeletons to be spawned, we do need quite a bit of sand pumped in there, right? Like sand is one of the things I believe that's required to actually spawn the skeletons. And so that's why I set that up there to produce an endless amount of sand for us. Which quadrant do you want to build this in, Nick?
I mean, the orange one?
Yeah, go for it. Why not? I still need to find a skeleton, so I'm going to head back down to that little makeshift cave that I set up a little while ago and see if I can't actually find a skeleton to suck the life force from.
Have you seen those ones that are like... It's just a plank of wood, but it's got loads of little micro... It's got like a display behind it, but you can't tell, so it just shines through the wood, the face of the wood.
Yeah, I think so. I saw this... I saw this recently.
Yeah.
Like,
it was a recent thing, yeah.
The stories that I saw were like, they call it a smart plank, was what they called it.
Right.
Like world's first smart plank, because it had Google Assistant built into this.
Yeah.
Just a generic, there was nothing, it was just a plank of wood. That's all it was.
How
It was
much
just
Let's find out.
a plank of wood
Smart plank.
that they put Google Assistant in, and thus made it a smart plank.
Smart plank Mui cost.
What's the idea behind that? What are you going to do with a smart plank?
It's because it's just a piece of wood, right? And it tells you... So the reason is because obviously it's a clock as well, because it's a display. But it's just a piece of wood, like on your wall. I don't know, man. It's a plank.
What are you going to do? You're going to put it in like your...
in your shed?
Under your mattress?
Maybe.
I'm picturing, those beds that have got like slates under the mattress.
Oh, yeah,
the
bed
up.
slats.
You just
lift up your
replace one of those
mattress and have a
slats
look.
with a smart slat. So you're laid in bed and you're like, Google, how are you doing this evening? Like, what's the plan, right? For that smart plank.
Question, Isaac. What dimensions do you want this tube to be? Like
Reasonable size. Let's have a look.
Right.
I think my instinct is like 9x9, but I don't know quite how big don't know how big I've made these, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I'd say maybe leave like a 3 wide gap around it. So like from here, 1, 2, 3, like that, right? And then from here, like 1, 2, 3. So like this space here.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
So this in a box. Okay, this is going to require a lot of glass.
I'm running out of materials, but yeah, if you can build it within these confines, right? Like this should be a box.
Like this,
this
right?
Here. Yeah. Okay. Exactly. Right. And then maybe leave the corners out. Maybe we'll make the corners out of like a pillow or something,
Okay, sure.
I feel like that could look cool. We can always make it look nicer later. For now, we just need it to be functional at some point.
Okay, I'll do that.
In the UK, we don't tend to build out of wood. Like, you don't see many buildings built out of wood. But in other countries, they do. It would be pretty cool to see a building made entirely out of smart planks.
It would.
So they're just like, do you have to charge it? I assume you do, right?
I assume it was plugged in, to be honest. But can you imagine if your house was built out of smart planks and you said, "Okay, Google," all hell would break loose.
Just the whole thing lights up and
like I was watching a documentary yesterday and my phone was going ape at it for things that just didn't even remotely sound like Google.
Wow.
It was like, my phone was like, what do you want? I was like, shut up.
I love that. I really do wish that your Google Assistant had that voice. Hey, what do you want?
Like, I bet you it's gone off right now, Isaac, because it's behind here. Yeah, it has. It's freaking gone off. Look at this. Phone must be unlocked for it's even then, Isaac. Even then, when I didn't even mean to. Oh man.
I do wish there were more voice options for Google Assistant, because I really want a Google Assistant that just doesn't care. That's like almost annoyed that I'm asking questions, right?
Yeah.
Like, just stop talking to me, okay? Like, I kind of wish that you could set it up so that the more questions you ask, the more annoyed it got. So like it kind of got annoyed over time with you, and so it was just like, shut up! I don't have the answers.
Yeah.
I really do wish you could. Program it to be like that.
It is. They are making it so that kids have to say please and stuff, don't they? So that they learn.
That's something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does Google Assistant say thank you? Is he /she polite?
Yeah.
In their reply?
Who knows?
Oh.
But I could just imagine like a really sassy Google Assistant, like, okay, Google, tell me the time. And this is like, the time, please. and then society becomes better, Isaac.
In good news, Nick, I have managed to acquire a syringe. I've got this syringe filled with skeleton essence now, so I am ready to go on the mob spawning front, which is quite nice. I think the way this works is we put down. It's quite interesting actually. So we put down. We're gonna have witch water along the bottom here, right? That's the plan,
right?
So let me. Is this? Oh, Nick. I've ruined myself here because I made this not. There's no middle. Right.
You've made this an odd number.
Yeah, it's fine. We can maybe put down like 2 or something, right? We'll have. Yeah, I'll make a second spawner just to make it symmetrical, but we'll have like 1 here and 1 here, right? So the idea is that we have a spawner like this. The skeleton will spawn, I believe, on top of that spawner. So we might have to have. Maybe we should have it. Okay, if they do spawn on top of the spawner, in that case, I might have it point down.
Okay, yeah.
I think they spawn wherever you point it, right? So I think if I were to do this, it's going to spawn down, right?
Right, yeah.
And so we get the spawner, we put in the syringe, and so this syringe tells me that we need bone, we need dirt, and we need either wheat or potatoes or raw beef or oak leaves. We don't actually need sand, so we don't need that machine that I set up. But in good news, we can use it for just passively generating sand for us. But we need bones, we need dirt, and we need. I think we'll use leaves just because we've got so many bonsai pots, so we've got so many oak leaves. So we need to send all those to this spawner, Nick. And to do that, that's where these matter beamers come in. Right? So, essentially all we do is we pump the resources into these matter beamers, and the matter beamer sends it to the spawner, right? Okay, did I make the grinder here, or did I get partway through? I think I got partway through. Yeah, I'm just missing a block of iron, and then I'm also missing some more iron spikes here. Okay, we're making progress, Nick. We're making progress.
Okay.
If you could just finish...
I'm ready to go with the witch water.
That box. Isaac. Okay. Cool. So, let's grab... Where are these blocks of iron going? Boom. Nice. Okay, so I've got the mob masher, and for this to work, we just need redstone. So essentially, Nick, this is almost ready to go, right? It does require some setup still, but it's almost ready to go. So the idea here is that we're gonna have. I mean, I don't know. Do we just have this work on a diagonal? Like, because, like, when you spawn in, right? When you come to this floor, you look at it on a diagonal, right?
Sure.
Should I move 3 of those matter transmitters to the other diagonal side?
So it's
and
like
just have 1 spawn at the back?
Diagonal to 4. Or 3 diagonal to 3.
There are 3 on each side. Yeah.
So the other 3 will go here.
Instead of trying to make the whole spawner symmetrical on like this horizontal plane, we try and make it symmetrical diagonally.
Yeah. I mean? No, I see what you mean. Yeah, go on. Why not? So there'll be like...
I feel like that might be more doable given that there's no actual center here.
This one and this one. Is that what you mean?
I'm thinking of putting them here.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, that's
so that from when you enter the spawn area, when you come up on the elevator, it looks like the whole thing is symmetrical from that side. That does mean that we're gonna have to somehow push the mobs to like this diagonal here, right?
Use vector plates, maybe.
And I'm thinking of the witch water, right?
Oh yeah, well yeah, the witch water, yeah.
And we're gonna have like a mob grinder there. Like,
sure. Oh god, yeah.
Can you? I mean, it's quite the thing, right? Oh, just you wait. Actually, if we do, get my pick real quick, my faster pick. If I put a redstone block beneath it like this,
is it gonna start mashing? Oh, yeah.
No redstone flux required, Nick. No power
That's
at
amazing.
all on this thing. And if you right-click on it, you'll see it's got slots for 5 upgrades, Nick. So you can put in mob mashing upgrades, which give it sharpness, looting upgrades, fire aspect upgrades, smite upgrades, bane of the arthropods upgrades, and beheading upgrades. You can put up to 10 beheading upgrades into this thing to increase its chances exponentially of dropping mob hits.
Wow, which is what we want.
Exactly. I think it might be a better idea, actually, to put this 1 block... So it's actually inside.
Yeah,
putting it
I was going to suggest that it goes inside.
like there. Yeah, that would make a lot more sense, right?
Okay.
So yeah, now you need to put down the witch water so that it flows. Well, first of all, actually, let me check that this is... okay, I need to collect these up. That's not right. Do you have backup glass as well? Because I keep breaking glass here and not replacing it.
Well, I could go get some. Like,
nice.
Again, Isaac, this is the glass is just a concept study, all right? There's no...
Yeah, I know, but we need at least enough glass to keep them in. Right?
Yeah, we'll be all right. Right, let me smelt up some glass. Okay, all right. Okay.
I mean, like, there's all kinds of stuff, right? Like Alexa, the Amazon in particular have been expanding out rapidly in their... like what Alexa works with. And so like, you've got like Alexa enabled toilets coming out and like all kinds of stuff.
I was going to suggest that, like, why not?
Do you want to be able to say,
Alexa, clean my bumhole? And it's with pleasure. And you're like, yeah, that's what I want.
It'd be a bit creepy if she said with pleasure. But like, I guess more so for like, hands-free flushing. Would that be something that you'd be interested in?
I mean...
Just being able to say Alexa flush on the way out instead of having to manually push the button or pull the lever, depending on
I feel like manually pushing the buttons is not that bad, Isaac.
But I mean, I guess in public spaces, would it not reduce the transmission of germs?
Can you imagine if everyone's sitting on the toilet, right? Then someone comes in and just screams, Alexa flush! And then all of them just go, and then people get their bums wet. People get, their clothes, everything wet,
Yeah. And I mean, what if someone hacks the system so that it like starts spraying water out? So you can just,
every toilet in the world starts flushing. The ocean's immediately just empty. What are you gonna do? Freaking
I
Alexa.
feel like it could help. Like even in your own home, right? It could help prevent the spread of germs if you don't have to press the button, right?
Maybe. But I quite like the tactile feeling of pushing a button, Isaac. And also, can you imagine that situation that everyone eventually runs into where you've got to be like, oh, Alexa, stop flushing now. Alexa, stop. No more.
You think she's just going to keep going?
Keep going. Keep going.
Oh, man.
She's going to keep going. And then that's it. The Alexa takeover. Oh, man.
Yeah. Oh, man. Freaking Alexa. But yeah, like it's everywhere, Nick. You can't miss her these days. She's all over the place.
She's like can't miss her.
Do you reckon they'll do different voice packs for Alexa? Do you reckon she'll get?
They should. So one way you could just have Bezos.
Get him into the studio. Oh, that'd be interesting. I don't think I've ever heard Bezos talk.
It's pretty standard voice.
Yeah. Would you be able to pick him out of a lineup?
No, maybe. Probably not.
Like if I gave you 8 male voices and his was in there, you don't think you'd be able to pick it out?
Maybe, but most likely depends what there are for comparison. But he's exactly how you'd expect him to sound, Isaac. To be honest,
right? Do you think you'd be able to pick my voice out of a lineup?
Oh yeah, you can't miss that. Jesus Christ! You're, hello, then hello, everybody.
Man,
hello.
Hey up, everyone. How's it going?
And then you go, shut. I wonder which one it is.
I love how in this scenario we're not even required to say the same thing. Like it's just whatever you want. Oh man, that's good, Nick. That's good.
Yeah. Oh, I can't miss you. Can't miss you, Isaac. Can't miss
it.
Can't miss it.
Well, I'm glad that's the case.
Thanks, man.
How much iron do we have? I'm using a lot here. We've got enough iron, yeah.
Yeah, it's been processed. Like we're all right. Shall I start putting the witch water down to try and?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah. I do have to be careful, don't I? Because I will get.
You will get like wither if you, yeah.
Right.
So do you reckon there's enough? Like, can you just put it in the corner? Will it go far enough? Do you reckon?
Well, let's find out. Oh,
Like, how far does it go? It goes 7 blocks, right? That's like the Minecraft water
it's
distance.
Yeah, not the answer is not great.
We can always finish up the end with vector plates. Like, I have vector plates on me.
Sure.
All we really need to do is make sure that when they spawn in and fall, they get turned into wither skeletons.
Yeah, and in this case, they will.
Nice.
I mean, the reach is so the witch water is under.
Yeah, that's
thing.
Perfect, Nick. That's fine.
Okay.
So all I got to do from now is just like run these vector plates over to here,
right,
and that should be fine. So at some point we are going to have to set up like a system that exports the resources required, right? For now, I'm just going to manually put these in, but next time we can maybe look at setting some export buses up.
Sure,
the only problem with that is that, of course, now we have reached our maximum number of channels. And so next time we're going to have to set up a controller and then start divvying up our channels, right? So for now, we'll do this and this. Make sure that all items are exported to the bottom, like so. And if I come over here, Nick, I'm going to put in a couple of things. One thing, first of all, does this have power? Hold on. I want to check that the spawner does have power. So if I put like some wheat in here, and I put some dirt in here, and I put some bones in here, and I do the same here, so wheat and bones and dirt. I think the final thing that I have to do here, Nick, is provide these guys with a redstone signal, at which point I think they are good to go. So let me go and quickly grab 6 levers, Nick, and hopefully it really shouldn't take us too long to get enough skulls to fight the wither, because I've also, Nick, gone ahead and made 10 beheading upgrades, 10 looting upgrades, and 10 sharpness upgrades, Nick. So we're going to upgrade this thing to the max instantaneously. This thing is going to be as good at beheading and looting and being sharp as it can possibly be. If you could replace that glass, Nick, that would be fantastic. And then let's give this a whirl, shall we?
Right, go for it. Oh.
So there we go. So it's beaming all of those resources into the spawner. And any second now, it spawns in a wither skeleton.
Look at that.
And the wither skeleton is sent over and killed. And look inside. Let's have a look. What do we get?
Oh, okay.
I also
think
can't
it's the
open it
vacuum
yet.
hopper location.
Okay, give me a second.
Oh my god, that one with googly eyes.
Let's have a look here. I'm going to make a chest. I'm going to make a slightly larger chest.
This is working really efficiently, actually.
Yeah,
nice.
Like I said, like it should be fine.
It doesn't even need to be this big, does it? It only needs to be.
It doesn't at all. Yeah, no. Like I don't want this big so we could like, because what else are we going to use this space for right now that this is here? Was my only thought. But yeah, like if we put down this guy, look at this freaking thing right here.
Oh, I see.
And look at that 3 wither skeleton skulls from what? From 3 wither skeletons, I'm guessing. Is that 1 each?
Well, I think so. Yeah, I think there's been 3 that's been killed so far. So 100% success rate. Look at that.
100% success rate. What we might want to do is we might want to have like a so now I think it's out of dirt would be my assumption. Or maybe I'm not quite sure actually. Oh no, it's out of wheat of all things, because so it's out of leaves or wheat. So each one of the spawns requires either like 20 wheat or 20 leaves. So
I see.
I only put in, 64 or whatever in each. So we might have to up our bonsai pot setup if we're going to get enough leaves to keep this going, on a larger scale. And what I was going to say is we might want to set up another spawner that spawns in normal skeletons and doesn't turn them into wither skeletons, just so we can keep up bone production.
Sure.
Because right now we don't have, this thing does require bones, and although I guess we can get bones from our normal spawner, it might be nice to have them coming from this spawner as well, potentially. But yeah, here we go. Look at this thing. He's going to die as well. There we go. Did he give us he also gave us a wither skeleton skull. So those 10 beheading upgrades, Nick, really make this thing OP in that it just gives you skulls like almost every single time.
That's
right?
So
like
good.
It's hard not to get wither skeleton skulls.
There's one more.
Again, there's another one. We're 5 for 5 on the wither skeleton skulls, Nick. It's pretty great. So I've got 3 wither skeleton skulls, Nick, and so I think what time it is, Nick. It's time to put this mob grinder to the test.
Let's see if it'll work.
I'm fairly certain that because we've claimed our chunks, I don't think that the wither will explode when we place it.
Okay.
Right?
Like and delete stuff.
Yeah. I don't think it will.
We'll find out soon.
We will find out very soon, Nick. I just need to quickly whip up some more RF transmitters to get this grinder full of redstone flux. Now, I always get this wrong because there are two sides to this grinder, right? One side will kill the wither instantly. The other side will do nothing, right? So I think, if I'm not mistaken, the side with the skull on it is the side that will auto-kill the wither, right?
Okay.
So if we place this down like this, or maybe even the other way around. So I think it's that side there, the skull side, that kills it, right? So we're going to put our wither, like, right there, okay?
Does this kill other mobs?
It should do, yeah. Why?
Like, shall we test it? Shall I stand in front of it?
I don't think it'll kill you, but if you go get, like, a test cow, or, like...
I'll go get a test cow. All right, it's working.
He died. Okay. So, I don't know how much redstone flux... Do you have the acceleration wand?
Yes.
Do you want to accelerate this wireless transmitter if that's possible?
Is that working?
Stop. No? No, I don't think so.
Is it because it is basically at its transmit limit of 80?
Potentially, yeah. Like maybe it's a case of if you accelerate both that and the
sender.
other one. Yeah, maybe that would work. Potentially, I'm not quite sure. Do you want to give this a try, or do you want to wait for this to fill up?
I feel like it's... I mean, how much capacity does it have?
Nick, go big or go home, right? Back up. It is going to explode still. But ideally, if we've done this right... Look at that, Nick.
Beautiful. There it is.
Nether star we have, and also
There
an
it
infinity
is.
booster card. Look at that.
Oh.
Easiest nether star of our freaking lives, Nick.
Beautiful.
Oh my goodness. And actually, Nick, it's going to be pretty easy for us to automate this going forward here. So, fun fact, Industrial Foregoing, the mod that adds the Stoneworks factory and the tree latex and whatnot, actually has a new block that wasn't in Mine Factory Reloaded called the Wither Builder. And so you place it down.
Put them down for you.
And so long as you feed it the Wither Skeleton Skulls and the Soul Sand, it will place them down in the correct order for you. And so we can just place one of those down like right here, feed, automatically pump in, the Soul Sand that we're generating from our chickens, and the Wither Skeleton Skulls that hopefully we'll be generating from over here. And it'll just keep placing withers. The withers will keep dying instantaneously from this grinder here, Nick, and we will just have limitless nether stars, essentially.
Look at that. Amazing. And it didn't actually use that much power, Isaac.
It didn't either. How much did it use?
Barely any, I don't think.
Oh, yeah. It's up at 375,000 now.
So let's see.
Look at that.
So now it's 360,000. So
yeah,
it does it right for itself.
Yeah. And look at that, Nick. We're already both at 1 nether star each. Holy heck. So now, Nick, if we want to make an acceleration wand, I think the only thing we're missing is like gas tiers, right?
Yeah.
For the wand. And I think we can get gas tiers. We can get gas tiers from Sifting Soul Sand if we don't want to fight gas, Nick. So that should be pretty easy. And finally, Nick, speaking of Soul Sand sifting, if we come back down here, I think that our chickens are probably doing quite well at this point. Our Soul Sand chickens, that is. Let's have a look. We've got a couple of like 9, 8 chickens. We've got quite a few chickens here. So like, if I put these two 988 in there, like we're so close to having 10 soul sand chickens, Nick. At which point, again, much like with our nether quartz, we're just going to be swimming in soul sand, Nick. We're going to have so freaking much of this stuff. It's going to be fantastic. Do you want to accelerate this real quick to see if we can get 10?
Yes.
13, 14 soul sand chickens at a 10. Not quite the full 16, but even still, that is
Close
pretty quick.
enough.
I think it's going to deposit like 3 at a time. So like that's still quite a nice amount of soul sand to be getting, right? Like that's not nothing to shake your head at, Nick. And then finally, because this episode has gone on way too long now, Nick, but I'm going to test my luck with 1 soul sand sift. Didn't get any gas tiers, Nick, and so that is a sign that we need to wait until next episode to get ourselves. We need to compress that sandstone if you're going to sift it. Yeah, you need 9.
I've got the 1.
Yeah. But yeah, I think we can come back, Nick, next time. We can see about making ourselves, at least just 1 more acceleration one so that we both have one. And then maybe set up some kind of like wireless redstone flux system with knobbly ends, aka a flux network, so we can actually start to use our wands wirelessly without having to go back and charge them all the time. And maybe even looking into upping our power as well, Nick, because again, right now our power is not the best. Actually, I think that you can put speed upgrades into these generators here from Extra Utilities 2. So, you know, we got those magical speed upgrades before. We can actually put those into these generators to make them produce more power. Because right now, these guys these are pretty much backed up on redstone flux, just waiting to be used, right? Like, we're just waiting for... Oh gosh, I keep flicking that lever. They're just waiting to send their power somewhere. And so once we get the flux points installed, hopefully we can start sending that power around a bit faster. And everything should just run a little bit smoother, Nick. But for now, we're going to go ahead and wrap up there for today. As always, if you did enjoy the video, show that like. It really does help out a lot. Leave a comment down below. Subscribe if you're new here to get notified as soon as new videos come out. As always, thank you for watching. And we'll see you guys next time. Goodbye!